Hello again, thanks for joining. Today we've got an old Bemo model to have a look at. It's a baggage wagon and it's number 3263 in the Bemo range. It's in HOE or HOM scale and works on N scale track, even though it's kind of HO scale. It comes in this really retro looking box. I think this is quite an old model. I'm not exactly sure the era, so if you know, let me know in the comments below. But it certainly looks like quite a good model, and I'm always a big fan of Bemo stuff whenever I've seen it. So let's get this open and we'll check it out. So this model still comes with this little leaflet which shows extra parts that you can put on. They're very delicate. You can add these in, so we've got some extra parts with this model. And here they are. We've got this little sprue of little parts. It looks like some brakes up here and some pipework. And attached to the side of the box here are 4 little handrails which go on each corner of the wagon. And here is the wagon. It's a baggage car from the RhB. I think that's Austrian or might actually be Swiss. I'm not quite sure, so let me know in the comments. But straight away I'm seeing there's some speckles going on the roof here. I think it might just be from age. I'm not sure it's coming from the factory like that because the rest of the model is really uniform in its finish, so it might have just spoiled over time. But it looks as though this really hasn't been used that much. It's a very light wagon though, and I really do like the finish on the side. It's got this kind of satin, almost matte effect, and the printing on it in white is very good as well. You can see it's got very clear windows which are flush fit too. We don't seem to have any interior, but I do like underneath the roof here that it's been painted in cream and it has this planking effect as well. You can see in the corner there a little socket for the handrail which we saw in the packaging, which also comes down to this little step here. It's very delicate and very fine, these railings. We've even got little handrails on the corner of the wagon as well. There's a door moulded in there and another bit of printing. And the door at the side of the wagon looks really good. It looks as though it would slide open, but it doesn't actually, but it's really good with some fantastic little rivet detail as well of the little wheels at the bottom of the door and obviously the flush fit glazing. And we have these very delicate steps on the bottom. There's a box here which hangs down below the body and it's got some bracket detail on it on the doors, which is really great. And this end of the wagon is just the same as the first end with no real detail apart from a door there moulded in. The couplings seem to be a little bent and they're very stiff as well. This is an old model which I got second hand. It was in with a whole bunch of other models, so I'm not actually sure how much this is worth, but certainly I would be expecting to pay around about between 10 and maybe £20 for this because it's really quite a good little wagon. The wheels are very free rolling and they've got darkened edges, and the spring detail there is really good as well. You can see the holes underneath where the brake gear slots in too. We also have this tank moulded into the bottom chassis piece, and there's some nice planking under there as well, although we do have 4 little moulding marks there. So overall, even though this is a vintage model, it really does stack up compared to today's models. Maybe with an interior it would be even better. However, it is light, so let's put this on the scales and see how much it weighs. So this model comes in at just 28 grams. So this little baggage car from Bemo is absolutely fantastic, I think. What a lovely model. It's very well presented. The moulding is really crisp and it's got some really fine details on it, and the finish is superb as well. This particular one is being let down with some speckles on the roof, but I think that's just a fault of this particular model and not of this range of Bemo products. And even though it's quite old, and you can see from the end of the box it cost £12.95 at some point in the past from a company in Sheffield, I think this is still a fantastic model by today's standards, and it would be a very good model to add to your collection if you model HOE or HOM scale. But that's just what I think. What do you think about this model? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to know your thoughts. And I'll put this on the turntable so you can see all the way around. And in a moment, another video will appear. Just click on that and I'll see you there. That's it for this one though. Thanks for watching. See ya.
So model train, model world, choo choo, model trains, train, in tiny worlds, choo choo. So model trains, tiny train, model world, choo choo, model trains, tiny train, in tiny worlds, choo choo.